Hello everyone and welcome back to another math video. Today we're going to be talking about how do you graph compound inequalities on a number line. Just a reminder, this is the normal version of this lesson. If you'd like the speedrun version where we go through it very quickly, I will link that in the description below. All right, your 30-second recap starts now. Here's what you have to know before you start this lesson. You should already know how to read inequalities. So similar to this, right? If they give you the symbol on the left, you should be able to say, oh, that's x is greater than 7, or x is greater than or equal to -1, right? We should already be familiar with these symbols. If you would like a refresher on this topic before you start this lesson, I will link that in the description below. All right, new lesson starts now. Here we go. So this is called a compound inequality. And the way you read this is you can think of this as saying this and this. So what I did is I just sort of split it, right, in the middle. So we would say, you always read it from the letter, so x is greater than or equal to -3 and x is less than 0. Maybe another way to say this is you could say is between. So x is between -3 and 0. Now, really important here, let's do purple here. Really important to pay attention to the symbol. All right, let's start with this one. X has to be greater than or equal to -3. So on -3, we're going to put a circle, and it needs to be a filled-in circle. We call this a closed circle because of the line underneath, greater than or equal to. Okay? So we used a closed circle. All right? So x is greater than or equal to -3, so that's obviously going in this direction. But now we need to look at the second one, right? The second one says x has to be smaller than 0. And for this one, we're going to use an open circle, or a circle that's not filled in. And the reason is because it doesn't have the line underneath, right? So now we connect our lines, and here is our graph. Okay? We have a closed circle on the left, open circle on the right. X is between -3 and 0, basically. All right, here's our cool clock for today, which means that it is time for you to practice what you just learned. Go ahead and pause the video and try these two problems on your own. And when you're ready, you can unpause the video and we'll check your answers. Okay, now that you've had time to work these problems, let's check your solutions. Okay, for the first problem, you should have gotten that x has to be between 0 and 1. Both of them are open circles. And for the second problem, you should have gotten a closed circle on the left, open circle on the right, between 0 and 4. Now, what happens if we say the word or? Okay? An or statement means that the arrows are going to go in opposite directions. So what I mean is, the way we read this, x has to be less than -4. So it's an open circle. So open circle, less than -4 is to the left, right? So this one is going to the left. Put an arrow here. But then the second one says x has to be greater than 1. So again, open circle, but pointing greater than 1, we go to the right. All right, and you can see here that these are going in opposite directions. Or statements go in opposite directions. And statements meet in the middle, right? They go towards each other. All right, time to practice. Go ahead and pause the video. Try these two on your own. When you're ready, unpause. We'll check your answers. Okay, now that you've had time to work these problems, let's check your solutions. Okay, for the first problem, we should have gotten both closed circles going in opposite directions. And for the second problem, even though there wasn't a 5 on the graph, I just added one there at the end, should be open circles in opposite directions. All right, that is it for today. I hope you all have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.